Am I back? Hopefully I'm back. Somebody say something. I think I'm back. Um, you're back. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Um, so like just really quick for like the next 30 seconds I'm going to recap what I was just talking about because if and when I move this over to the YouTube channel, I can't move the first video and the second video as one video. So, the last 3 weeks, so recap. I was just off and then back on because Streamlabs was having some issues, so I apologize for the lack of anything prior to this moment. Second thing, the last 3 weeks I've had a really busy quarter for work, and that's why I haven't been streaming. It's been really annoying, and I apologize, but I'm back. Hopefully, yes, fingers crossed. Woohoo. Third, the golden acorn for this week is from myself, and I'm quoted as saying, "Never believe that you can know everything about anything, but live like it's possible." Something I thoroughly believe in, and I try to live my life that way. Continue learning, but stay humble, folks. And fourth, we were just talking about Mobius Games and how he's got this YouTube channel that is all about helping people who are suicidal or depressed or have special needs. His YouTube channel is currently at 58 subs. Could certainly use some support from all of us, and we're going to go check that out. Hey, morning, ADR. How are you, dude? Yes, stranger indeed. I was live for like the last like 15, 20 minutes. I don't know where you were, ADR. No, and then I had to restart Streamlabs because I was having some stupid issues. But anyway, good morning, ADR, and good morning, Destroyer. How are you? How are you? Hopefully you're having a great day, a great Monday. Happy Labor Day for anyone that's in the U.S. But we are going to saw the notification and logged in just as you were restarting. Oh, gotcha. Fine, good to hear, Destroyer. Good to hear. So we're gonna check out Mobius Games YouTube channel really quick before we get into the agenda for today's stream, because it sounds like something fantastic. So it is Moby Mods. Destroyer, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you. I super appreciate it. All right, well, let's just go to YouTube first, and we'll find it. I might have just misspelled it. I think I found you. Oops. There we go. All right. Here it is. So this is Moby Mods, a new YouTube. Oh, I don't know how new it is, so I won't get ahead of myself there. Looks like first video was posted 3 weeks ago. So yes, new YouTube channel, already at 58 subs, and this is a YouTube channel from our very own Mobius Games in chat, who stated that the goal of his channel is to help people who are suicidal or depressed, or for those who have special needs. The channel shows them that they are not alone and they have someone backing them up no matter the circumstances. Most important video is labeled "Please watch this." All right, let's see. Please watch this. Okay, so that's the video that we want. Please watch this video. All right, it's 3 minutes and 17 seconds, folks. We are going to watch it. We are definitely going to watch it.
Hey guys, what's up? This is Moby Mods, and I know you don't get to see my face too much, but the reason I'm doing this is it's an important message. Something I have to say. So let's start off with people they're not right in the head, but it's not like they're bad people. Let me explain something to you guys. If you've ever had that part where you're like at wanting to do suicide, or you just you think you're depressed, you think people don't love you, come to here, because it's not true. People love you, and even if you think people don't love you, I do. I care for you, and you're not alone, because I've been there. I know what it's like to be in that situation, and let me tell you, it's not fun. It sucks, but you're not alone, because I'm here. And I know your family will back you up, and if they don't, and then you can come here. I've prevented so many people from doing bad things. If you want to talk to me via like a DM on YouTube, if you wish to talk to me about certain things, things that you may be having troubles with, or you want my Discord, you come to me, you talk to me, and we'll work things out. You know, I don't want any one of my viewers feeling bad or getting hurt or anything. I don't want that. I don't want that. I want you guys to stay safe, stay happy. Another thing, if you're special like I am, I have Asperger's syndrome. If you're special like me, also come here. Because I don't care who you are, what you look like, what kind of disabilities you have, you're cool in my book. You know, I want to take care of you kind of people because people don't treat people with mental illnesses and people with autism very well. I'll tell you right now, what they're doing is wrong. Okay, what they're doing is completely wrong. And just know you're not alone there either, because I just want to tell you that, you know, you're safe here. It's like your safe haven. If you got any problems, anyone's making fun of you, you tell Uncle Moby. I'll make sure that, although I can't do anything to those people, I'll make sure that you feel better, you feel safe. This is your safe place. Don't let anyone talk crap about you, don't let anyone doubt you. You are safe here. I don't care what others say to you, I don't care. Just ignore them. They're wrong. Just because you're different, they're jealous. Don't let anyone down you for that. Remember that, guys. Anyways, that's the video. Just remember, I don't care who you are, what you look like, what abilities or disabilities you have, you're okay in my book. And don't listen to anyone that disagrees with that. Peace out, guys.
Nice, nice, man. Very very touching video. And I second what Mobius what Moby Mods there is saying. Hopefully no one that's chilling in my chat is feeling unloved. But if you are, I definitely second Mobius there. You are loved, and that's kind of a strong word. I get it. Not everyone likes to use it, especially to complete strangers. But hey, you know, unless even if you give me a reason to not like you, just because I don't like you doesn't mean I can't care about you. And I care about your well-being. And I know Mobius is in the same boat there. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So hopefully you can feel encouraged by being in this channel and in that YouTube channel too, man. So no, Mobius, that was a great video. Thanks for sharing the channel, and I really hope you find some success in that YouTube channel, and you can get some people pointed in that direction. And if anyone pops up in my chat looking for some encouragement or looking for an online friend in those particular subjects, I'll definitely point them your direction, dude. Destroyer, please listen. This music. I don't know what music you're referring to. I apologize. Linux review. What Linux review? Oh, wait. Linux like the trick review? I don't have the Linux. Whoa. Your name looks different on one screen versus the other screen. All right. So here's what we're going to be doing today. So we're today's Magic Monday. It's the first Monday of the month, so we're gonna be doing some magic. Go figure. So I've got a list of like a few things. We're gonna recap some of the things that we did last week, or not last week, but last Magic Monday rather. Yeah, no worries, Mobius. Absolutely. So we're gonna recap a few of the things from last time. Hang on. First things first, I'm going to share a couple of my favorite decks with you guys. Well, I'll share a bunch of decks, actually. I'll go grab my box of decks. Anyway, I have to get some sleep piece. No worries, Mobius. No worries, man. Thanks for hanging out. I super appreciate it. And again, thanks for sharing your YouTube channel. I hope you have a good sleep. Me and the table. All right. So first off, for practicality, I'm going to share two of my two of my most practical decks that I use on a regular basis. Anyway, so no problem. See you. Thanks. Yep. Yep. Um, as you recall, I always carry my main deck in this card stainless steel case right here. It's based on a certain deck of cards, which I can show you guys too. I've got a few of those still. This is it. These are my two most practical decks of cards that I use. So, if you came in here, by the way, and you were looking for Magic the Gathering as my Magic Monday, nope. Fooled you. No, no, my Magic Mondays, the first Monday of every month, I'm going to be going over close-up magic tricks because that's what I do. No, that's not what I do. But there's a small piece of my life where I do magic tricks. And they come in handy for my job, actually. In fact, this week, one of my actual work goals, tasked to me by my partner on my team, is to figure out our pitch, our sales pitch, because I'm a sales engineer, to figure out our sales pitch in a way that I can associate that into some of my card routines, because we want to incorporate my card routines into our joint pitch going forward. So next week is so this current week he's out. He's at training, so I'm kind of without him all week. And then next week he's back, and we're on a trip together, and we don't have time to practice this. And like Tuesday, we have a meeting where he wants to do this as our pitch. So it's kind of exciting. But I don't know if I'm not gonna go over that pitch with you guys because that would share a little more than I'd like to share with you guys. But it's some of that ambitious card routine that I shared last Magic Monday, and we'll go over some of those effects here on this morning's Magic Monday as well. But anyway, I say all that to say that if you came in here expecting one thing and you're wondering where's the Magic the Gathering stuff, well, that's why I'm streaming under Just Chatting. So we're talking about close-up magic today, and I've got a new trick that I'm going to share with you guys. A new trick. I'm excited about it. I do like it. And we'll go over a couple other tutorials for you guys as well. So these are the two cards that I like the most. Bicycles are pretty standard, right? You find these pretty much anywhere. Dollar Tree or convenience stores. Usually they're like a couple bucks for a pack of two, or a handful of bucks for a pack of two. Usually like 5 for 2 or 10 for 2 or something like that, depending on where you go and how popular they are in that particular town. The good thing, or the great thing really about bicycle playing cards is, well, one, they are made by the U.S. playing card company, but who cares? That is the U.S. playing card company. The big thing that I care about is that one right there. If that zooms, come on, focus. Maybe it won't focus. It should have autofocus turned on, but sometimes it doesn't work that well. All right, so there we go. It says air cushion finish. Air cushion finish. Oh, and there it goes, unfocusing again. So that air cushion finish is what effectively allows the cards to be really, really smooth when you're operating them, when you're handling them. So as that air cushion finish kind of fades away, you'll notice the cards sticking more and more. And if the cards are sticking, then they won't spring very well. They won't fan very well. A number of different things. The effects that you're trying to accomplish will be more difficult, we'll say. So that air cushion finish is something that's very, very useful. The linoid finish that you see on these particular cards, come on, it zoomed for a second and then it went away. Well, anyway, you can kind of read it. That linoid finish on these Tally-Ho cards, these are also, by the way, made by the U.S. Playing Card Company. The linoid finish is very, very, very similar to the air cushion finish. Oh, these ones aren't even opened. I was going to open them for you. I think I've got some. Hang on, BRB. All right. I actually couldn't find the one that I have open. Well, I know exactly where they are. They're upstairs, but I don't want to open the door right now because it creaks like all get out, and people are asleep upstairs. So, I think I've got an open pair in here in this box somewhere. I'll just show you the box. Here's my box of some of my playing cards. Woohoo! Some playing cards. We're gonna get into tricks here in a hot minute, but I'm gonna show you some of my favorites here. So these stud cards are really not that useful, honestly. They're just mostly used for poker. Um, so yeah, not the biggest fan of those. These ones are pretty cool. You can find these in like Dollar Trees now. The Stargazer playing cards, they're bicycle as well. They look super sweet. There's your Ace of Spades right there, or Ace of Hearts rather, right there. They also have that air cushion finish, so they're pretty smooth in that regard. There's what your Joker looks like, and there's your backs. So I mean, they're pretty sweet looking. Um, I haven't used them for like any tricks or anything. They were given to me, I think, on a birthday or something, kind of recently. The artifact decks are really cool. I have used those for tricks. The artifact decks, there's a blue one, a green one. Um, they have a really sleek look to them, like the design on them. There you go. Yeah. The backs look like that box, but pretty standard. I mean, if my only gripe about, not gripe, but my only, I guess, my only caution to using custom decks at any given time is that that if I need to replace them, now I have to spend money to get the new custom deck, right? Here's a bicycle deck that is the 125th anniversary of them. Here's a Masters bicycle deck. Now the Masters cards are actually my favorite bicycle decks, but they cost a little bit more. They're my favorite because each card is a little bit thicker, so they last significantly longer than regular bicycle decks. And then here is one of the arcane decks, which is what the stainless steel card clip is based on. So here's what the arcane deck. This is the black arcane deck, as you can obviously see, it's black. Whites or the yeah, it's black and gray, and then like a blood red, and it's got a really smoky look to them. They're pretty cool. These also have that air cushion type finish on them. I think these ones are kind of old, but yeah, this still works. Still works. So as you can see, I've got a number of cards. I think I'm gonna dedicate. Well, I don't know. I was gonna say I might dedicate like a whole stream to just showing you my cards. Oh, here's a black tally ho. Here we go. I can show you these ones. Yeah. So these ones are gonna be just like those blue tally hos. Tally ho has two different back designs. There's this fan one, and then there's a there's a circle back one, which is these, and then there's a fan back one, which I don't typically have. I like the circle backs a lot more, but what they look like, obviously this is a black version, so it's not going to look like the blue version, but it's going to be similar. They have that on the backs, which I just personally like for whenever you decide to like spin cards, which I don't know if I can spin it on the camera like this at this angle. It's not going to spin very good at this angle. Woo! Spun a little bit, and these don't stick very good, and the humidity down here is really bad. There we go. Spun a little bit. And then the front designs are really, really basic. They look, in this case, because it's a black deck, they look similar to the arcane, but the white ones look they look very, very, very similar to just regular bicycle decks. What else do I have in here? Here's some more stud cards that I don't particularly care about. And then here's some unopened arcane decks. I used to love arcane decks so much that I would buy them in bulk. Like, these are two black arcane decks. Now, in hindsight, I probably shouldn't have just gotten so much because because now I do pretty much all of my tricks like IRL. using bicycle decks. But I loved these black arcane decks for the longest time. Here's a ghost deck, and by the way, pretty much all of these are made by the U.S. Playing Card Company. The ghost decks are pretty cool too. My brother-in-law, I think, was a huge fan of these ones. The artwork is really cool. I love how like the hearts is all black except for the pip. And then everything else is just everything on these cards is all black. They look pretty sweet. They look like regular bicycle decks, except everything is just black and white except for the red pips. Black Tiger decks also look like bicycle decks. Another version of a black and white deck. And I think these are another one where the red accents are... No, there's no red accents at all. These are just 100% black and white. 100% black and white. Yep. So, where am I getting these cards? So, I'm getting most of these cards from one of two websites. Either illusionist.com, which is the website that I shared with you guys last Magic Monday. See, here's some more black arcanes that are opened already. I shared most of the Illusionist with you guys last week. I also am getting them from Theory 11. That's THEORY11.com. Theory 11 is a great source for Magic as well. In fact, I can't believe that I forgot to mention it last Magic Monday. I showed you guys Art of Magic, and I showed you guys Illusionist, and then I showed you guys a couple YouTube channels, I believe, but I didn't show you Theory 11, and Theory 11 is actually where I get a lot of tricks from. Infinity deck, also made by the U.S. Playing Card Company. I don't remember what these look like, honestly. I haven't opened them up in a while. Oh, these look pretty cool, though. They look like royal, almost. Where's another face card? There you go. Yeah. And then the backs. What else do I have in here? LTD. Very, very clean box. Nothing really on them for the most part. I think I've only opened these a few times. Oh, they're from Illusionist, apparently. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. They're from Illusionist. And there's your backs. You get a double back card with it. So that can be, it's a gaffed card, can be used for tricks. There's your jokers. They look pretty sweet. And then here's your backs. And your fronts. So instead of blacks, you've got grays. And then there's some of the artwork on the face cards. So, yeah, this is a pretty sweet deck. I'm pretty sure this one was a gift as well on a birthday. Pretty sure. And then I've got some unopened... Yeah, two unopened white arcane decks as well. So I've got two black unopened arcane decks and then two white unopened arcane decks. So you can see, obviously, like... That's how I got the stainless steel card clip. I bought so many arcane decks in bulk that that one of the free gifts, I did not buy this separate. This was a free gift that came in one of my orders. A stainless steel card clip. And that's the only stainless steel card clip, by the way, that I own. Here's a limited edition bicycle series that I haven't actually opened. And I think I'll keep it that way. And that's basically it. I've got some of like the double backs and gaff cards back in there that I don't necessarily want to show off because I can't remember what's in there, and some of them might be proprietary. This is the last deck in the box. It looks like a really old bicycle deck from the 1800s, but it's designed to look old. These cards they feel brand new. I mean, I've had them for a while now, but like they're designed to look wicked old though. It's pretty cool. All right. Enough about specific cards. Let's get into some Magic. Let's get into some Magic. Maybe. Alright. We'll throw these back in here for now. In no particular order. So many cards. I probably should have put these in some kind of order. because now I'm going to need to fix them later. But that's okay. Let's get them out of the way. You know, in hindsight, I'm realizing that I completely buried that brand new Tally-Ho deck in there, but that's okay. All right, so we're going to do some tricks with these. So I want to recap something with you guys. We did a couple tricks last week. In fact, I think ADR, I don't know if he's still out there or not, but we did one trick. Not, I keep saying last week, but last Magic Monday. And I've got the title for that trick now that I didn't realize. I didn't know what it was called last time. The type of trick is called a key card trick, but the name of that particular effect is called Surefire. And you can find it on Theory 11 from, what is his name? Voight. I can't remember his first name. But it's where essentially you take a peek at the bottom card and you have them select a card, you know, however you want to do that, and then you have them put the card on top and you start flipping through the cards after cutting the deck. Sorry, you cut the deck and then start flipping through the cards until you find theirs. And if you want a much more detailed explanation of that particular trick, then please check out the last Magic Monday video. It should be on our YouTube channel, the RND. In fact, let me... There you go. That's where you can find that particular trick. What else? We did go over briefly like a couple other tricks. Like there was like a color change where you like slide out a card and then you say, okay, we're gonna take this queen of diamonds and we're just going to paint a different card on top of it, and there's now a queen of hearts, right? Different types of tricks like that. We also did, what else did we do? We did a number of different things. I'm going to show you a couple different tricks today. I do want to show you the new trick first so that I can get that kind of out of the way. I'm going to show you a video of me doing it for the kids if I can pull that up. Let me see if I can pull that video up. Let's see how fast this downloads. So when I first get a brand new magic trick, I perform it for my wife and my kids. Sometimes just one of the two of them, like my wife or my kids. Sometimes both. Sometimes multiple times until I feel comfortable with it. So let's open this up and... Voice. I use the card on top, okay, for this trick. Okay, here's what I want you to do. In the middle of the card, Declan, can you write a D for your name? Right there in the middle of the card, okay? Yep. So the volume is a little quiet, but letter of your name. I'm having my younger son, Gotham, Lucas write an L. Write the first letter of his name, which is Declan. Whatever, somewhere in the middle. Big, write it nice and big. You can write your own name if you really fit it, but... Sorry for the dog toy noise in the background. You can actually kind of see in the bottom left, Ember is down there chewing on some new toys, or a toy. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Hold on your hand, you're going to pinch this card, okay? Hold that there. Declan, come here. Hold it right here. Okay, don't let go, okay? So this is their selected card. I'm just going to fold right here, okay? I'm folding the card. Yep, I'm going to rip off a piece, okay, like I was telling you. Fold it just like that, okay? Just like that. Okay? You don't know how you're going to make it come back to the... Declan really likes spoiling things. My younger son, Gotham, I was already telling him how this trick goes.
That's real.
see it?
Yeah.
That's yours, right?
Yeah. Ew. Ew. That's gross. Yeah. Spit it back out. Wait, you swallowed it?
Yeah. Now look. Hold it.
You ate paper. You're gonna spit it back out. Cool.
Look at it.
Whoa, it's not living.
Flip it over.
Whoa. Oh.
Show the camera.
Is that your card?
Is it ripped?
Nope. At least it looks like it on this side, though.
All right. So, yeah. So that's my new trick that I got recently. It's called Regeneration. I think it's by David Voigt, but don't quote me on the first name. Let me pull it up real quick because I want to make sure that I say it correctly. But it's called Regeneration. It's a new version for the old Torn and Restored, if you know what that is. Where is it? Yeah, Blake Voigt. Sorry, Blake Voigt. Excuse me. It's by Blake Voigt. It's a great trick. It is, like I said, it's a version. It's a new version for Torn and Restored. I won't show you guys what Torn and Restored, how to do Torn and Restored, but essentially with Torn and Restored, you take a card or something, anything really, newspaper, whatever, and you fold it up and you rip it up, and then and then you like unfold it or whatever, and it's all back to being whole again. So in this, the major differences between the two, that I particularly am a fan of is the fact that that the traditional Torn and Restored, you do 100% in the Magician's hands, whereas the new Torn and Restored, or this Regeneration by Blake Voigt, is all done with the spectator still holding the card. So you don't take it from them. It's not like you're swapping cards for a duplicate card. They visually see you rip the card and whatnot. So, and it is the same card. You can have them sign both sides. Doesn't matter. So with that, I'm going to show you guys the trick. I'm not going to show you how it's done, just for the record. Regeneration by Blake Voigt is a proprietary trick like that is on sale right now. It just went on sale like last year or something. So I am not going to show a reveal, but I do want to show you guys what it kind of looks like in practice. So for this particular purpose, we're just going to take the top card because it doesn't really matter. So what you would typically do is have them sign the card, which I want to use this card afterwards, even though, nah, you know what? Screw it. All right. You would have them sign the card. Ooh, there we go. Whew. All right, so Skwirls. You can't really even see that. We'll write it here. Skwirls. All right. Let that dry a bit. Sometimes it takes a hot second. But you can see it written right there. Come on, focus. Whatever. You can see it. Anyway. All right. So you have them sign the card. This is legitimately a real card, right? And you can have it stay visible. Their signature visible. You can have it face down. It really doesn't matter. But the point is that it stays in the spectator can be holding it the entire time. And so all you're going to do is you're going to take one of the corners and you're going to kind of bend it in the corner, just like this. Down just like that. Make sure you get a nice, good, solid crease. Because obviously we're going to be ripping this, right? I mean, you just saw it happen. So here's where it goes back and forth, a bit like this. And the whole time they can be holding this card, so you're not going to be switching the card at all. And then you rip the corner. There we go. Just like this. Right along that crease you just made. Okay. And then I personally really enjoy this where you swallow this. You legitimately fold it up, crumble it up nice, just like this. I really like doing this effect just like this. I've done it a couple times now, 2 or 3 times in public. I really have. I just got the trick a couple weeks ago, though. Nice and tiny. Then you take it. Chew it up. Break down the constituents of the cardboard a little bit, of the cardstock. Add some coffee so it tastes good and swallows down. Now, not always recommended that you swallow that card. In fact, Blake Voigt will literally say whether or not you should swallow that card. But one way or another, that piece is gone. I mean, you can see it's ripped up. So, what you now do is you take this card, and while it's still being held by them, I mean, you could do it while it's still being held by them if you want. I prefer it to continue being held by them. But the idea here is you now put it in your mouth. And there you go. You can see, usually you want to wipe it a little bit because if it's been in your mouth, then people sometimes don't want to touch the card. But there it is. You can see where it was ripped. Where it was folded, it's still there. It's just hard to see on the camera. And that's it. Same card. Same exact card. This is fully examinable. You can give it to them. It's been restored. It is a normal playing card that just has some residual rippage to it. That is Regeneration by Blake Voigt. Fantastic trick. I am now choosing to add that in to my regular repertoire. Not every single new trick that I get, I add into my regular pool of close-up magic on the go. I've tried, but not everything really works. So with this particular one, I won't do it every single time I do card tricks, but what I will do is have it ready to go at any given time. And it's going to be a closer typically in my ambitious card routine. So after I've ambitiously rose the selected spectator's card to the top of the deck over and over and over and over again in a multitude of different ways, then at the end of the trick, I kind of say, you know what? We're going to do something a little bit different. And I take that same selected card that they've already signed their name on, and I rip it and I restore it, regenerate it, if you will. So that's my new trick. It's pretty cool. I like it. Yeah, I'm a big fan of it. So, I think I've got another King of Clubs somewhere from another deck because I want to make sure that I replace that King of Clubs. Here we go. All right. Got to add a new King of Clubs. I just ripped one and wrote my name on it and all that. So this still needs to be a complete deck of cards. All right. So there's that. We'll change gears here momentarily. But I want to show you guys a few other things. So as far as new tricks go, I mean, I could show you guys how to do a spring. I could show you guys how to tear and restore a bill, but I don't really have a dollar bill that I want to break right now. So I wanted to show you guys 2-card Monty. I might actually save 2-card Monty for next time, honestly. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys this other trick instead. This is called the Crisscross Force. Now, the Crisscross Force is a really, really easy force to do, guys. The Crisscross Force, well, let me back up for a second. Anytime you force a card on a spectator is when you make them pick a specific card. So instead of you say pick a card, any card, they think they're picking, they think it's a free choice, But a card force is an effect or is a method that you use to make sure that they pick a card you want them to pick, even though they think it was completely free of choice. So the crisscross force is a great way of doing it. And what you essentially do is you do something like, okay, you know what? Let me start shuffling the deck a bit here, and you just tell me when you want me to stop. Now, obviously, I'm alone here, so I'll just say, okay, you say stop there. Now, you could say stop there, or you could say stop here. You could say stop here. It does not matter, okay? But the point is, you say, okay, look, here's the point. We're going to mark your cut for a sec. All right, so you could have made me cut anywhere else way earlier, way later. It was completely free choice, and you make sure that they know that it was free choice. And then when you're finished talking about it, then you say, okay, so go ahead and take a look at the card that you picked. All right, I won't look. All right. Now, the card that you picked was let's see. You've got when you've got cards out of the 52 cards in the deck. You know, you've got high cards and low cards, face cards and number cards. We'll say that face cards and number cards. I'm feeling that you got a face card. A face card? Well, then of the face cards, you've got, you know, kings, queens, jacks, and then you've got aces too. You could count if you wanted to. So leaning toward queens here. So you've got a queen, and actually it was a red queen. You got the queen of hearts, right? Like, so when you know what the card is, now obviously I explained it ahead of time that I was forcing you to pick a certain card, so it's no surprise that I knew what the card was. But when you force a spectator to pick the card of your choosing, you can do anything you want with that. Anything you want. I know for some of you lay people that aren't used to Magic and watching this on YouTube or watching this live now, or the VOD after the fact, I understand that for some of you that aren't used to Magic, the possibilities, you're still kind of like, okay, what can I do with that? Well, for one, when you force someone to pick the card, when you already know what the card is that they picked, you can play with them. The mentalist game that I just did, right? Where you give them so many options and you pinpoint the exact card that they selected, right? Which we're going to talk back to that here in a second as well on a different force, which is a fantastic force. Actually, a good friend of mine uses that force pretty much all the time, and he's used the methodology behind that force in real everyday conversations in his sales pitches. It's actually really interesting, but I'll talk to that in a second. In fact, let me take note of that one because I might forget to talk about it. So in this particular force, so let me go back to what I was saying. So you can do that. You can do the mentalist game where you pinpoint and guess what their card was because you already knew what their card was. Or you could have, ahead of time, planted a duplicate card somewhere else in the area. Imagine that for a second. How many Chris Angel tricks or David Blaine tricks have you seen? How many tricks have you seen on TV or on YouTube where, you know, the spectator selects a card and then something magical happens and the card is behind the glass of a restaurant, or the card is, you know, folded up in someone else's pocket across the room, or whatever. If it wasn't a signed card, then it probably wasn't the same card, and they were just forced to pick it. So imagine the possibilities that you can come up with for effects just by using one method to force them to pick a card of your choosing, right? So with this particular trick, it's actually really, really brilliant. It uses a similar concept for the surefire trick that I taught you guys last Magic Monday, where you memorize the bottom card. You memorize what the bottom card is. In this case, it's the Nine of Diamonds. In this case, it's the Nine of Diamonds. Hey, Bug Eyes. Welcome, welcome. Good morning. We're going to be doing some Minecraft here in a little bit. I'm not going to be playing on a server, though. So I don't know if we're going to be able to multiplayer, if that was what you were hoping for. But anyway, In this particular type of force, it's called the crisscross force. You can also learn it, in fact, on Theory 11 from Blake Voigt. But you memorize the bottom card, and you do need to know kind of how to do this funky shuffle. It's called the Hindu shuffle. I don't know if that's racist or not. Honestly, I have no idea. But maybe they just do this in Indonesia or something. But you're holding the cards in your dominant hand. So in my case, I'm right-handed. So you hold the cards face down in kind of this almost straddle type grip between your thumb and the rest of your fingers. Okay, you hold them face down between your thumb and the rest of your fingers in your dominant hand. And then you take from the top of the deck with your other hand, you peel them off into your non-dominant hand. And that's how you shuffle. Okay? Now here's the thing. We memorize the bottom card as the 9 of diamonds, right? You keep doing this and you say, okay, spectator, tell me when to stop whenever you want. And when they tell you when to stop, you can either right away show them the bottom card, or you can fake them out by doing this, putting the rest of the cards from your non-dominant hand down first, and then on top of them, cross perpendicularly the bottom half of the deck, right? And by doing this, there's something psychological that can happen in most people's minds, and that usually does happen. If you talk for a little while, and then you readdress the cards again and say, okay, we're going to go back to your cut, memorize that card. When you do that, they completely forgotten and not realize that this is the bottom card of the deck. They did not cut to this card. This is the bottom card. They cut to this card. This is the card they actually cut to. But you're faking them out by psychologically kind of doing this and making it look like that's the card they cut to. All right? Now, again, what that looks like, you memorize the bottom card. And by the way, you would be surprised how many people I've done this to, where I said, oh, you want me to stop there? And I just do this. It's enough to do this, where you have the bottom card on top of the rest of the cards. I don't even put them on a table. I just say, okay, you want me to cut there? You want more? Okay, we'll go more. All right, is that good? All right, go ahead and memorize that card. And that is enough to get them to honestly think they cut there. And you never, for me, just for the sake of not wanting to lie, I always try to say memorize that card. I don't try to say memorize the card you cut to, because sometimes the truth is in the semantics. And that's it. Now you force them to pick the bottom card that you already previously memorized. Now, if the card was the 4 of clubs, right, it works the same way. I mean, it doesn't matter what the bottom card is. You just keep cutting. The hardest part of this entire force is learning this new shuffling method. I mean, that's the hardest part of this, is learning the new shuffling method, which is that Hindu shuffle. You can find tutorials for how to do the Hindu shuffle online all over the place, or you can just keep rewatching this after the fact. But again, your main dominant hand. Now, if you were left-handed, then you would do the shuffle like this, right? This is really hard for me. I'm not used to doing it this way, but for me, my dominant hand is my right hand, so you hold it in your right hand, just like this, and then your left hand will peel cards from the top into its palm, like this. Okay, it takes a little bit of practice to get it feeling comfortable, but it's not too hard. And then you just show them the bottom card. So that's the crisscross force. Great trick. The other force that I want to talk to is I call it the free choice force. The free choice force. Hang on. Oh, apparently my squirrel treehouse needs to be subbed again. Well, that's unfortunate. I got to resub my squirrel treehouse. That's funny. Good morning, Bugs. There you are. That's a shame. So the other force is called, again, I call it the free choice force. It is, it's a great force. Now, this is the one that I was telling you that my buddy, a good friend of mine, he uses this like all the time. Like the first time that he learned that I do magic, I also learned that he does magic, and it was, gosh, it's got to be over 2 years ago now. Yeah, I think it was over 2 years ago now, maybe even close to three. No, I think it was a little over 2 years ago. Was when we were at a conference together, a trade show together. We were both running the booth. I was doing demos, and I pulled out a deck of cards just to attract crowds to the demo booth. And he took the cards and did a couple tricks himself. And one of the tricks that he did over and over and over again that he felt most comfortable with was using this free choice force. Now, where in our case, where we force the spectator to pick a card using a physical deck of cards, right? In that particular case, like if we were forcing them to pick the five of spades or whatever, then we could say, okay, you've got high cards and you've got low cards. Is this high, low, high, low, high, low? Okay, it's low. It's a number card. Okay, well, you've got 1 through 5 and you've got 6 through 9. Okay, this is 1 through 5. Is this black or red? It's black. Okay, I think you pick the 5 of clubs. Like you can go down that route with them. And by the way, stop me if you want me to break that down a little bit more of what I did. But essentially, you're guessing what their card is that you just force them to pick. Okay, now you can take that the opposite approach, which is what this is, the free choice force, which is what my friend uses, where you go the opposite direction, where you, let me put those back down, where you could say, you know what, here's what we're going to do. We're going to give you a free choice. Whoa, that was wicked loud. Let me turn that back down. Thank you, Bugs. Thank you for the resub of almost a year. 11 months. Folks, that is my father. So naturally, that would make sense for him to sub for that long. And I do know, by the way, folks, that I am over a year on Twitch, over a year as affiliate as well. My affiliate year anniversary was in August, and I didn't do anything special. So what I'm going to try to do is do something extra special on my birthday, which is a couple months away. That way it gives me ample time to prepare, and we will call that my anniversary/birthday stream. All right, so more news on that. I haven't quite fleshed anything out yet. It's a thought in my head. I want to do something special for the anniversary, but I also want to do something for my birthday. Yeah, so stay tuned, guys, for that. Yeah, anyway, more news on that to come. So, that said, where were we? Okay, so we're doing this free choice force. Now that it works, it's super, super easy, but it requires you to bluff. It really requires you to bluff, which, if we're being honest, a lot of stuff in Magic requires you to bluff, right? So here's what happens with this. You don't use the deck of cards right away. All you need to, in fact, you don't have to use it at all. All you're doing is giving them a choice and making them feel like they made the decision. Okay. Now it takes you to be quick on your feet, essentially. But here's what would happen. You start off with something simple and you say, okay, we have black cards and we have red cards. We have black cards and we have red cards. Go ahead and select one, black or red. Black or red. Red? Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to throw out the red. Okay, we're just going to leave the black. All right, so with the black cards, you have, face cards and number cards. Face cards and number cards. What do you want to pick? Face cards? All right, let's throw out all the number cards. We'll hang on to those face cards. All right, so with the face cards, you've got ace, king, queen, and jack. Ace, king, queen, and jack. So with ace, king, queen, and jack, you know what? Pick two of them. Ace and queen? All right, so we'll keep the ace and the queen. We'll throw out the king and the jack. So with the ace and the queen, pick one of those. The aces? All right, throw out the aces. We've got a queen. We know that it's black. All right, the last thing is the suit. We've got spades and clubs. Pick one of those. Clubs. All right, so we've got the Queen of Clubs. Queen of Clubs. Now, ready? Check out this top card. Check out this top card. Ready? 1, 2, 3. There you go. Queen of Clubs. All right, so that is the free choice force. Now, most of you, well, I don't even know most of you, since you knew that I was trying to make you pick a specific card, you probably got what I was doing the whole way. But if you're brand new to Magic or you had no idea what I was doing, you know, you just walked up to my booth at a trade show, that's not a Magic trade show, it's like technology trade show, and you have no idea what's going on, and I just ask you a bunch of questions, and I say we're going to throw this out, and we're going to keep this, and whatever, and so on and so forth, then you're going to have no idea what's going on, and you're going to do exactly what I say, and it's going to feel like magic. That is one of the easiest forces to do, but it does require you to bluff and be confident in your decisions. So for those of you following at home that didn't quite follow along, all I did was every single time the spectator chooses one of your options, you either throw it out or you keep it. And you throw it out or keep it based on the card you want them to pick. Now, I already peeked at the top card and knew that it was the Queen of Clubs, so I knew that I wanted you guys to pick the Queen of Clubs ahead of time. So in my mind, I needed you to pick the Queen of Clubs. So typically what you do, I did it a little bit in a weird order, but typically what you would do is you would say you've got two colors, black or red, in cards. Pick one. If they pick black, then you say great. Then you say, okay, let's keep black. You want to never say great, let's keep black. Or you want to always say great, let's throw out red, let's keep black, whatever. You don't want to make it sound like you wanted them to pick something, right? You just want to very so nonchalantly throw out or keep whatever they picked. So if they say red, then you say, all right, let's throw out red, we'll keep the black. You want to make it sound like they made a choice that determined the decision you're telling them. Black or red, black or red. Red? All right, let's throw out the red, we'll keep the blacks. Or black or red, black or red. Black? Okay, let's keep black and we'll throw out the red. All right, then you say, okay, with black cards, you have two suits. You have clubs and spades. Clubs or spades. They say clubs, all right, we'll hang on to clubs. They say spades, all right, let's throw out spades. It's that simple. And you just go down, go down, go down. You start with color, then you go to suit, then you go to face or number cards, and then you pick the card. And that's it. All right, so you have to nail down. It takes a little bit of time, but once you get there, then you can do something magical with it, right? So we've been doing, and that's pretty much right at about an hour. That's right at about an hour of Magic Monday stuff. So we might change gears here. Hang on. Yeah, I think we're going to change gears up. We're going to move on to some Minecraft for some Minecraft Monday. It should be updated. Let's change gears here for a sec, guys. So that's it that we're going to do for Magic Monday today, folks. We're like I said, we're going to change gears. Let me pack up my cards so that I don't accidentally hit this side table and knock everything over and do a 52 card pickup that was involuntary. Hopefully you guys continue to enjoy the Magic Monday stuff. We're going to keep that going. Again, it's just the first Monday of every month, and that's all it really is. If you're just joining, we did do some close-up Magic tutorials just a second ago. I can go over them again if you want, but otherwise check out the YouTube channel afterwards or the VOD afterwards. We are changing gears here. We're going to play some Minecraft. So let's go in here. We're going to change our category to Minecraft, to Minecraft. Minecraft. All right, let's change that up. All right. And we're gonna do some unmodded, by the way, some unmodded stuff. So this is just gonna be some vanilla Minecraft, and the reason I'm just sticking with vanilla is because there were those new updates in 1.14 that just came out recently. Oh, you switched to Ragnarok. How are you liking Ragnarok? I haven't played Ragnarok at all either. I figured you guys were just gonna move on eventually, so and I like and it's not like I've been playing video games, by the way, the last 3 weeks. Like for the most part, ADR, if I'm not streaming, then I'm probably not gaming. So I've been so busy that I have not been doing either. Work has been keeping me from playing video games and streaming both. Good so far. We only start on the weekend. Oh, not rushing to end the game this time. Oh, nice, nice. I like the idea of taking it slow. So are you guys starting from scratch, like 100%? I mean, let me take that back. How's the leveling up? Like, what's your experience multiplier at? Gonna take our time and enjoy building. Yeah, I like the idea of not rushing to end game. But at the same time, like we turn boosts down, but still leveled really quick. Okay, yeah, okay. Down from 5 to 3. Gotcha. I still plan on playing Ark. Assuming I'm streaming, then I still want to play games. And now I will say I'm adjusting my main games to where my main game during the week is probably going to be Oxygen Not Included for a little while, because it's a newer game that I had never played until several weeks ago, and I really like it a lot. I've been watching a lot of Let's Play series on Oxygen Not Included, and so I've been liking it a lot. Our castle's looking sweet, nice. I don't know what the map looks like. So does Ragnarok look like a regular jungle, or I don't remember what Ragnarok looks like. Obviously, like what I mean is Scorched Earth looks like Scorched Earth, right? Aberration looks like an alien planet. Like, is Ragnarok just like a typical jungle still? Desert Island. Oh, Desert Island. All the biomes, including desert. Okay. With some jungle. Gotcha. All right, sweet. I'll be joining eventually. I just I'm gonna stick to some Oxygen Not Included for a little while. All right, let me load up the Minecrafts. Fire wyverns, griffins, etc. Roger that. Yeah, I gotcha. Oh, you know what I just realized? I don't remember if Minecraft requires me to lower my frames per second. Oh, shoot. That could be unfortunate. I gotta sneeze. Oh, I gotta sneeze. Oh, but it's not gonna sneeze. Let me know if the frames lag. Hopefully the frames don't lag. If the frames lag, we might change this up and play some Oxygen Not Included, actually. Because I don't feel like restarting Streamlabs again. So hopefully this works. We shall see. Fire wyverns, griffins. Fire wyverns sound amazing. I'm glad I got you guys into Ark, by the way, just for the record. Even though I'm not playing it as frequently as I'd like to be. Yeah, I'm glad I got you guys into Ark. That makes me feel good. That I found y'all's new game. Ha ha. And I guess my dad has been playing League of Legends again, kind of recently. So am I. I resisted for ages. Yeah. So my biggest gripe about Ark is even to this day, I still feel like it looks and feels unpolished. Like it's a really fun game, but like the user interface looks like it's kind of an amalgam of different styles. The uh-oh. Screen is black. Not good. Not good. Minecraft might not work, guys. I might have because I'm streaming at 60 frames per second, and I think the last time I remember the max frame rate, it wasn't matching 60 frames. Yeah, it's like capping at 30 frames for whatever stupid reason. I wonder if I can do non-full screen, if it'll work. Can I take it out of full screen? I'm out of full screen, and it still doesn't like it. Oh, sad face. It's not even sharing any of my desktop anymore. If I quit, will everything come back? Nope. Nope, that completely ruined it. I don't know what's going on. Streamlabs lately is freaking out and not seeing my main screen. And now it's not seeing my main screen again. Well, that's just silly. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Fortunately, we finished the we finished the close-up magic portion, the Magic Monday portion of today's stream. But I'm gonna need to restart Streamlabs again in order to get, because I don't know any other fix. If anybody out there knows a fix for getting my monitor visible again, please tell me, because I have no idea. Yeah, it's dumb. Like I can't. I'm refreshing it. I'm trying to. Like if I change the monitor, like it sees that monitor. It sees this monitor. It doesn't see that monitor. Like if I don't know. It like the monitor's there to select from. My main monitor is there, but when I select it, it's just black. And the only way that I've found to fix that is to restart Streamlabs. So we're going to end this portion of today's stream from Magic Monday, which actually works out because then I can just export this directly to the YouTube channel and lurking. All right, all good. Keep lurking because I'm about to restart Streamlabs and the stream is going to end, but then it's going to restart. So we'll conclude this session, this portion or section or chapter, whatever you want to say, for today's stream for the Magic Monday portion, teaching you guys magic tricks and all that jazz. And we're going to change gears and play some Oxygen Not Included coming up here in a hot minute. So I will close this out as if it was the end of a stream, and we'll start a new one here in a hot minute. What else? Reminder for those that are watching the VOD after the fact or the archived video on YouTube, the golden acorn for this week comes from myself. And I've recently started telling my kids, never believe that you can know everything about anything, but live like it's possible. Never believe that you can know everything about anything, but live like it's possible. Hopefully that can encourage you guys to continue the learning process through your entire life, but at the same time, stay humble. Hopefully that can encourage you guys today and the rest of this week as the golden acorn. And as always, guys, stay squirrely. And I will be back in just a hot minute, so don't go away. I apologize. I do need to restart Streamlabs, but I will be back in just a second, guys.